So first off, obviously you're here because right now your life's super interesting to me because I'm terrible at running. I want to be better at running. You're like an ultramarathoner, which is crazy.
Yeah.
We'll get into all that stuff. But I remember like my first interaction with you was like about 12 years ago, which is why this is cool kind of doing this podcast with you, like full circle now. I was like kind of just getting into the space. I had no YouTube. I was popular kind of on Instagram, so I would get invited to certain events and certain things. And you were working at this club Warwick, which is it still around?
Still open.
Yeah. Same spot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's on like Sunset or
Sunset and Wilcox.
yeah. You gotta know, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I remember one time, like, I think you're like, I was like, yo, where's the bathroom? You show me where the bathroom is. And then I don't think there was a bunch of people like doing drugs or something, but I just remember being in a situation being like, all right, I'm just going to pee and then leave. And it's funny because I think you were just in a circle. Like your life now is so different than your life then.
Correct.
And I knew you then, and you were always the same dude. You're always just a nice guy. Obviously, you went through a bunch of shit. We'll get into that stuff too. But I guess the first question I really have is, why did you decide to go from like, I don't want to say anything bad, just that side of the world, which is like clubs, promotion, like kind of just nonsense from my perspective.
Yeah.
Because even I remember when I was younger, I never really enjoyed doing like that at all. And I know like people like live for that.
Yeah.
It's kind of dying down now. Like it's not as popular as it was. Definitely not when we were doing it like 12 years ago. But why did you decide to go from that to this? And I know a little bit of the story, obviously, because we've spoken about it. But
Correct.
for the people who maybe don't know, because like they're gonna click on this because it's like, dude runs 1,000,000 miles basically. You train, and it's like, it's just so funny to me knowing where you were 12 years ago to where you are now is like it's like completely different. It's like, you know those memes where there's like a road where they're like this way or that way. You know, it's like
a freeway
this
ramp.
should have been like
yeah.
druggy fucking promoter guy or some shit to like
yeah, straight party
ultramarathon.
guy to running ultramarathons. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess like long story short, went through a period of like this cancel culture situation, got accused of things I never did. And
What year was this?
the situation happened in 2017. And then
When I opened my gym, yeah.
Yeah. And then like the whole story popped off like start of like COVID, like 2020, because some dude just tried to like twist the whole story and it worked.
Yeah.
You know, and like you know, got accused of things I never did, disappeared for a while, and then just popped back online and got sober during that time and probably had like the best 8 months of my life. I was just off.
I'll be honest, I remember when stuff was happening. I was like, this dude's never coming back to the internet.
That's what most people thought.
Never.
Yeah. And yeah, my story's out there. It's on the internet. I wrote a book on it. So
Yeah.
like it's all out there. There's nothing hidden from it. And yeah, I just started.
But give a brief synopsis. Like you were involved in basically like this, a girl had passed away.
Yeah. Basically a girl had left my house
Yeah.
at like 10 something in the morning because we had people over at the house, and then she went and after partied somewhere else, and then she was found overdosed at that house, which I wasn't present at.
Yeah.
And then basically I got twisted into the story because when the police came to me, I gave them my phone, I gave them my text messages, didn't delete anything because I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
They went through it and they're like, all right, cool. You're innocent to us. If we need anything else from you, will you pick up the phone and talk to us? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Because you're just like, honestly,
Well, I mean, I talked to a lawyer. Lawyer's like, they can just talk to me. You don't need to talk to them at this point, you know?
Huh.
And so I wasn't answering them. So when they came, they basically like raided my house and they came with like a bullshit warrant and didn't have like, and I've never had something like that happen to me before. So when they came over with the warrant, I didn't even look at it. So they basically went up and down my house. They were looking for something on me. So I would talk to them. Eventually I was just like, all right, what do you guys want?
Yeah.
Oh, we want your phone. So, okay, go through it. If you find anything wrong, you can take my phone and do whatever you want. But I didn't delete anything. If you find anything that's off, let me know. You know? And cool. We're done. Boom, boom, done. And then 2 years later, the family put out like a civil lawsuit against like, I don't know, 7 of us, 6, something like that. And basically took my text message that I gave to the police and twisted it to make it look like it was about their daughter when it wasn't. And that's how I got involved in it. Basically, being honest kind of f***ed me at that time. But at the same time, like, I don't know, this also put me, like, going through that situation, like, changed my life in a positive manner where, like, you know, I got sober And I feel like my life now is full of meaning and real purpose, where I'm helping other people get sober.
That's a good point. I have a question about this. Was it when all the stuff started coming out, had you already kind of split ways with the club? Or were they like, yo, you got to split ways because of this?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked on the phone a few times and like, hey, we're gonna put out this like statement basically. But the club wasn't even open anyway, so I was just like, do what you guys got to do.
Yeah,
because they were getting attacked as well too. Be like, oh, these guys knew, whatever they were saying. You know, they were just like, it put them in a tough position. I was upset at that time where I was like, you guys should have had my back more. You guys know I didn't do anything wrong. You guys knew. I've told you guys about this story.
Yeah,
you know, so like it just was a tough position. I'm not mad at them now. I'm cool with them now. And like, you know, it was just in that moment, you know, you feel like you kind of wanted that support and it wasn't really there.
Yeah, they had to protect themselves.
It was just, dude, it was such a rough time. I mean, the word cancel culture didn't even exist at that time. I should be in like the dictionary as the first person down for that situation, because like the word did not exist at that time. And it was gnarly. This was like this was like when the Me Too movement popped off. This is when everyone was stuck in their houses because they told everyone not to leave their houses because of all the COVID bullshit. So like, people had nothing but time to like dig into stuff. I looked at the story and I was like, damn, they did a good job at twisting the shit.
Yeah.
You know? So that's when I just kind of put out a statement saying I never gave the girl drugs. I wasn't even with her. And basically just deactivated all my accounts and was just like, and then put the statement up on my website and was just like, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to bounce back from this. Like, I'm not like looking over my shoulder sleeping. Like I felt like I did something wrong, but I need to rebrand now. Like I need to figure out what it's going to be. Had no idea I was going to turn into a runner or any of this stuff. Just started reading a ton of books and started running 100-mile weeks. And
yeah, but like how
it just started. It just started reading it and just started training.
So you were just like, you didn't think that, did you think running was going to be a thing that you were going to like create a sort of brand around?
No, not at all. I had zero idea what I was going to do.
It's funny because back then too, running was like, no, it wasn't
cool. It's like I got 5 years ahead of everybody. Like I got sober and like this is what everyone's trying to do now. And it's almost like this terrible, shitty situation and unfortunate that someone passed and that I somehow got tied into this shit was pretty much the catalyst of why I ended up getting that last kick in my ass, being like, all right, dude, you need to change your life now. And if it's not now, like something bad's going to happen to you, you know? And that's when it like just flipped. And I was just like, all right, I'm just going to run. I'm gonna get sober and I'm gonna figure it out. And that was it.
So you didn't think running was gonna turn to something?
No way. I never thought I'd make $1 from any of this stuff.
And now it's like you're like full time.
Yeah, that's what I do for like work now.
Fuck. When did it start to pick up? Like when did you start
like
to see
last year? So like, you know, they always say you got to put in time, right? I put in almost 5 years of grinding this situation of running and just documenting what I'm doing. And it kind of just started turning into something like bigger last year. And I was, you know, they always say like it's when like 99% of the people fall off right when you're about to hit that turn. I was there. I kept thinking like, maybe I'll go back to hospitality. I'll do something in the restaurant stuff. And I was talking to other people that ran restaurants, successful ones out here. Like we're gonna do something, and like it didn't work out. And I just kept punching with the running stuff, and then boom, it just started happening. And it was just like it was like that last corner I had to get around.
How do you think that working and being in that space in that industry translated to this space that you're in now in a positive way?
My networking's off the roof. You know, like it's just very easy for me to connect with people. I can connect brands very easily. I'm still connected to all the connections I made over the last 15 years in nightlife, which definitely like has so much like a lot of those people I connected with are no longer party anymore. They're either doing some sort of health stuff now. They're doing some other cooler stuff.
Yeah, everything's transitioning.
Yeah,
back.
like the health industry is just.
Did people come back who like at one point were like, yo, this guy's fucked. Oh, I won't even talk to this guy.
Bro, I hear people be like, you know, they'd run into like big DJs and they said this guy's done for good. He'll never be back. Like it's the end for him. Then I'll see them the next week. Like, oh, I was believed in you, bro. And like, it's just like,
but you have people like that.
Oh yeah. I got a whole mental note in my head. I just don't say anything to them. I got a whole list of them up in my head. You know, I don't hate them.
That's such a whack feeling though.
But this is how this industry is, bro. They're just quick to turn their back and they're quick to just be on their knees a second. You got something good going on for you. It's just, there's just nothing really like real in that industry. You know, I met some good people, but we didn't really meet because of the club. You barely came out. But because I was in nightlife, I met you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got to look at it in that light. So
that's true. It's funny years later now. It's like, I mean, this has been my life forever, but what would you say that running I guess, taught you about yourself in relation to what you kind of already thought of yourself as being like this, you know, club? Because I remember, bro, you were like the guy, like in the fitness, in the nightlife life, like everyone would mention you. Like you were the guy, you know, like host little party things or set up, like you were just the glue to so many different things. And I remember knowing that and being like, oh, this is the guy. This guy like knows everyone. Like a lot of the early influencers, everyone that these people like Logan Paul or like the Viners, all those guys.
They all went out with me.
They all mentioned, oh yeah, you got to hit this guy up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was connected to pretty much everybody. And I think that was like my thing. I was always myself and genuine. And I feel like people were able to like read off of that. And I didn't give no cookie cutter bullshit to people. I was just me. And if I didn't like you, I'd just like, I don't fucking like you. And like, I mean, you could come to the club and be the biggest celebrity. And like, if you're a dick, I'm like, get out of the table. We don't need you here. You know
who was a dickhead to me? I'll never forget it. I went there once. I'm going to say it was that G-Eazy was such an asshole.
No way. He's the nicest guy. He was probably just cooked.
Yeah, well, it's yeah, maybe. Because, you know, also too, it's like, I think I went up to him because like, you know, he was like a Bay Area artist because I was from the Bay. And I was like, dude, I'm from the Bay. It's sick. Congrats. And I think he was just like, he just gave me one of those.
Nah,
looks.
You got to remember, dude, these guys are at the club. They're just, they're chasing tail. They're cooked, you know, like he's a nice guy. You know, he's got his fair share of partying like we all do. But
that was just my one interaction at that club specifically where I was like, what the fuck? I was just trying to be nice to this guy.
Yeah. Nah, he's a good guy. He's always a good friend to me. And everyone kind of always had a bad, like I've had bad interactions with certain celebrities. And then like second or third time around, they're like, oh man, I was just fried, or I was fighting with my girl, or like whatever it is. You know, imagine someone comes up to you in the gym, you fighting with your girl, and like coming up to you mid set while you got like some corn blasting in your ears, trying to take a photo with you. You're just like, yeah, I'm not in the mood for this right now.
I've definitely been. I'm sure there's people out there who are like, this guy's an asshole to me too. So
yeah, man.
But so has there been anyone that like really stood out celebrity wise that you're like, damn, this person was really fucking cool, and you wouldn't have thought like when you were in that nightlife space?
Man, it's just hard to think. I met so many people. I don't know. I was just kind of friends with a lot of these guys, and then the people that weren't like, I think I was like butted heads with Bieber at the start. That was like the main one. Oh, we always butted heads, and we ended up being super cool. And he kind of like changed his life around as well too. And like kind of we had started seeing. He was a kid though. Yeah, you know. But like, I don't know, man. Everyone was pretty. But what
would you butt heads though? He's like, yeah, I wanted this table, not that one.
He just his ego, bro. He's just young, man. He just like it was just a lot coming at him fast, and
he
just
was,
like
he was. I mean, he's still a king now. He was the fucking man.
Yeah, you know, it's like you gotta like you. Sometimes I just kind of put myself in their shoes. I'm like, dude, these guys are like, they're almost like, you know, he made a post about that a long time ago. He felt like he was like a zoo animal, you know, like where he just.
I think he still feels that way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like they were brought up a lot different than, you know, a normal human being. And it's just like, you know,
bro, that guy, man, he blew up at like 15, 16 years old.
So it's just like, I think there's just so much coming at those guys so fast. They just don't really deal with it. And as time went on, like, you know, we had a lot of times we butted heads and just like, you know, he had written me apologies and just like, yo, man, that wasn't me. That wasn't in my heart. And like, he turned, you know, he figured it out. Yeah. You know, he didn't just leave it as all like, man, I was a dick that day and just like never said anything or whatever it was. He knew, you know, and then like he would just kind of flip things around and, you know, he came around to be a good dude.
Yeah. So let's talk about running some more. And on that idea of like figuring things out. At what point were you like, oh, okay, this is something I really want to go down. Like I really want to be great at this. Cause to you know, we'll talk about this more, but to do what you do, the ultramarathons, like different than a marathon, different than just running a mile or a couple. To me, it's mentally like I can't even wrap my brain around running for what, 3-4 days straight.
Yeah.
And then like taking little breaks and like drinking some water, maybe a 15-20 minute nap from what I understand. And like, it's almost like you don't win anything, but you do. Like you don't really win, but you win money.
It's a journey, man. No, you have sponsors, you make money, right? So like there's no prize money. They're starting to like, they're going to start implementing it. I think there's like this 200-mile race in Mammoth that they're doing. I think there's like a bigger prize.
Love Mammoth.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to run that one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the plan. I've been talking to was talking to the race director about it.
Why do you think running got so popular?
Dude, I don't
like right now. It's like one of the most popular things on the internet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think like people are starting to experience like the runner's high. Obviously, like these run clubs are popping up because there's like hot girls going to them and like dudes are going. It's like it's almost turning into like a full date fest, you know? Like,
dude, it's here. This is something that is so perfect. You're here. Nightlife for the most part, like in places, for example, like LA, it was like nightlife was it. It was like you get some sort of clout or money or popularity or fame, I guess back then, and you were at the club, like just post up like you were the man. No one really cares about that shit anymore.
It was, dude, you're completely right about that. Like in like, I don't know, like I'd even say like any time like 2010 to 2015, even then, like, I mean, health wasn't pushed on anybody. Like it wasn't cool to be aware. You weren't that cool at that time, you know? Like you were just starting, like they hated meatheads coming to the club.
Yeah.
Like I'd have these big bodybuilders, Mr. Olympias come in, they're like, you guys invite these guys? And I'm like, yeah, they're dope. And they're like, all right, if you say so, you know? And like now you guys are like glorified.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a whole different ballgame. Back then, you were cool if you were running a club. You were cool if you were out late. You were cool if you were getting fucked up. Like that was cool then. And it was a kind of part of the job, you know?
Why do you think it's, I think the answer is social media, but why do you think it's shifted so much?
I agree with you. I think the whole social media changed the whole game. And like now, like hot girls don't need to be out to meet other celebrities or rich people or whatever. They just get a DM and they're already on a yacht in Monaco in like a day,
dude.
you know? And it's just like, it's quick, you know? Back then, like you had to be at the club. There's a guy with like a 20K table. These girls are shifting around the whole table looking to see what's going on. Like
trying to get picked.
Yeah, it's not like that no more. I mean, people in LA and stuff are still going to like house parties and stuff like that. Or if there's a big DJ spinning, then someone does something after. People don't, from what I'm watching and from the people I still talk to that go out, like the nightlife is pretty much like whack now. It's just kind of dead.
It seems like fitness, like the club now is just like gyms.
Fitness is turned off. It's huge. I think there's like some sort of statistic of like this generation between like 21 and like 25 is like the alcohol consumption is like so low in percentage of like them buying alcohol. It's like literally 35 and up. Yeah. It's still like our crowd of people still stuck in that realm. Yeah. These younger kids, everyone's doing hella drugs and stuff now. Like it's pretty gnarly.
They're doing other drugs.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So you think social media has just completely changed it?
100%.
Yeah.
I used to always like when Logan would come in and shit, I would always tell him like, man, thank God like my income isn't based off of like YouTube and shit like that. Because like one thing goes wrong, you guys are cooked. If they take down the internet, you guys are fried. And now my entire life is social media. Like this is like it's literally turning. I never thought that like this would turn into like, you know, what I'm doing is gonna turn into social media stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys, quick interruption for the podcast. Listen, I'm a big jean guy. I'm a big boot guy, okay? It's kind of hard sometimes to find the right fitting jeans, but the perfect jeans, they got your back. I'm telling you right now, the two that I wear is the thick. So you might laugh at me, but sometimes I need that. But mainly the boot cut, because I like to wear my boots. I don't know if you guys have seen me like not in gym clothes, but I'm probably 99% of the time wearing jeans and boots. So go there right now. What they're doing, they're offering you guys basically 15% off plus free returns plus free exchanges if you have to change your size. If you check out right now at theperfectjean.nyc and you use code RAWTALK15, that's 15% off plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges if you need to get a different size. But yeah, give it a shot. Honestly, the jeans are super comfortable. They're stretchy. They fit great. They look great with my boots. And that's pretty much all I need. Yeah, just stop crushing your balls. Fuck the khakis. Get some perfect jeans. Go there right now. Theperfectjean.nyc, code RAWTALK15, and stop crushing your balls. Let's get back in this podcast. I love you guys. But let's talk about running a little bit. How the fuck does someone run that many miles? Like, where do you even progress from? How do you start to say, I'm going to run, like, this is my goal? Like, if I was like, yo, obviously I'm fucking heavy. It's like, man, how would I even start to run? I know I could start to run. Obviously, everyone's going to be like, dumbass, go outside, put some shoes on and run around the block. But like, if I was a kid and I was like, yo, I want to do ultramarathons or I just want to do marathons or I want to get into this, maybe it's the run club thing is the starting point.
Yeah.
Or just,
I'm like a lone soldier. I don't know if like, I'm not like a run club guy. I feel like run club's like more social. I think if you want to like tap in, you just got to like.
Dude, you're like the old school bodybuilders. It's like, nah, that shit's whack. Fuck
you.
I
mean, it's cool.
I don't post my shit, bro.
I'll host
it.
a run club, you know, it'll be fun. Yeah. Like, you know, we were talking about that. So it's like.
Yeah, I would do that. I need to be able to run though. I need to be run at least
Well, you guys heard it here first. I'm going to train Bradley and we're going to get him to run and then we're going to start a run club.
I need to be able to run at least 5 miles straight.
Yeah, you should.
But how do you like, dude? It's just not that easy. Like, not many people can just start running 5 miles.
I think if you got on a treadmill every day and just like made a goal, like put like, okay, first week you run 1 mile, whatever that goal is. If it's 10-minute mile, slow mile, and you just stay on that treadmill until it's done every day.
No matter how fast it is.
Yeah, no matter how fast it is, you just finish that mile. And then once that kind of gets easy, then you add another mile.
What do you have to walk a little bit of it? That's what I'm saying, dude.
I don't know, man. I mean, like maybe
You never
running,
had
maybe
to
running
walk?
isn't for you, my man.
You never had to run. You never had to walk a mile, like
I mean,
some
when
of the
I'm doing a
miles?
250-mile race, different story. But like, I think like even when I was younger, I would be like, all right, I'm going to run 3 miles and I'm going to start at 7:30 pace. And then I'm going to drop to 7:15. Then I'm going to drop to 7. And then over time, I just started running 3 miles at the gym almost like 5 days a week at like in a 6-minute pace. So 18 minutes. And I would just get off. I just wanted to get it over with. I wasn't enjoying it. I just wanted it to be done.
So how do you know you're ready for an ultra marathon?
I mean, my advice would be like, all right, train for a half marathon, do the half marathon, get the feel of it. Train for a marathon, do a marathon. Then you can do a 50K, which would be an ultra marathon. So anything over 26.2 miles is an ultra. So then that's it. I mean, it's not, honestly, like for you, I would just like do a half marathon and then maybe just jump. The thing about the half marathon, the full marathon, most people want to run the whole thing. No one's like really walking that's trying to do good in it. With the ultra marathon, you're going up and down mountains and stuff like that. So you can power hike the ups and then jog the flats and downs. You can carry food, you can carry water. So like, you know, you can enjoy it. You got time to nap if you want to nap, but like, I don't know if anyone's napping on a 50K, but like you could if you really wanted to. So
I feel like I'm doing a whole stop for a day.
dude, there's people out there that are like huge, bro.
There's no
there's
way.
like huge people, like really overweight people. And they'll like do these long races. Like they're huge. I'm not kidding you. And they like have the mental to go stay out there and they do it. I'm like you look at them and you're like, oh, there's no shot this is happening.
But
and
they're
then
walking some. They have to be
yeah,
walking.
but it doesn't matter. They're still getting it done. When you're doing an ultra marathon, you got to remember it's not a full run. Like you're power hiking, you're jogging, you're running. Like it just depends on how you do it. I mean, if you're trying to win it, you're still power hiking a lot of it because you're climbing almost 40,000 feet in a 200-mile race. Like there's no way anybody's running the whole thing at that point. So there's just like, you know, it's just like about playing it smart and making a game plan. Like for me, when I have a long race, I always power hike all the ups. I don't ever run them. I'll maybe run some of them at like, you know, the first half of the day. You try to run the whole thing, you'll just cook your entire body. You won't be able to do the whole race like that.
Yeah, but that's so. How do you like? I mean, obviously you got to listen to your body, but like, how do you know when to say when to like slow down or speed up or?
Yeah, that's like the.
Because it sounds like you want to win at a competitive way. Like you want to be one of the first few to do it.
Yeah,
right?
I always just try to come in the top % of the guys or whatever it is. But like, I think at the start of it, you just kind of want to be able to get it done. You don't really care. If anybody can complete a 200-mile race, I got respect for you. Like anybody, it's like, I think it's like the toughest sport in the world to do. It's tough. It's so hard. Like you want to quit majority of the time you're out there. You're in your head the whole time. You're in pain. You're suffering. You're not really getting any highs. Like you're just miserable for the full time.
Why the fuck? So like that's the thing. Why? What's the?
I don't know. You know, I find happiness in the suffering. And I think like, you know, Cam Hanes talks about that. Goggins talks about that. And there's something like, maybe there's like some sort of replacement of not doing drugs and drinking anymore that I find in like the suffering. And then like the after effect of like finishing it is like the high. There's no high during it really. You know, you get some spurts where you're like, you know, you're on a mountain and you're looking at like, you know, last race, we're looking over Sedona. You know, we're in this crazy climb to get through Sedona. We're climbing to the top of the mountain. But when you're up there running on the ridges, you're like, holy shit, this is lit. You know, nature is fucking lit.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
when you're out
amazing.
there, it's like a high. It's like it's just dope. And yeah, I guess that's like the only way to really explain it. There's just some sort of happiness within the suffering.
But so we were talking earlier just about like social media and just in general, like, you know, I guess sort of life, people's highlight reel and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any part of you that just like now you do it because you want to show off?
No, I'd say like I feel a little empty when I'm not doing it. I feel like it's created a little bit of purpose for me where like I like to go race and I know like there are hundreds of thousands of people looking at what I'm doing and they're getting inspired by it. You know, I get messages every single day of like, yo, your posts motivate me. The second you post your little morning motivation stuff, it's gotten me to go run. So I almost feel like I have like this duty to pay in a sense. So like the social media stuff definitely is a push, but you know, when I was off the grid for 8 months, I wasn't posting any of this shit. I was running 100-mile weeks. Nobody even knew what I was doing. I'd still be doing this if I wasn't on social media. The races for sure kind of push you, you know, like where you're like, all right, I need to race more. I feel like the social media stuff kind of pushes you to race more, but I enjoy the grind. It's like, it's a journey, man. It's like,
who are the best? Who are the best in that like ultra marathon space right now? Who are the top people?
there's so many of them. There's so many.
Are there any girls?
Yeah, there's some dope girls. This girl Courtney Dahlwater, my friend Sally McRae. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good people in the sport, and it's starting to really blow up. Like it's starting to become really popular. But the 200 space is very niche. Like there's a very small percentage of us that even finish these races. Say like 40% finish.
Like, so how many people is that?
They only, I don't know, not much. They only let 300. So like thousands of people will apply to get in these races, and they only let 300 people race. So either got to win a lottery or you got to be the first to sign up right when they do it. Like the last race you just saw me do, that Cocodona 250.
Yeah,
it's so popular because so many elite ran it this last race, and they just marketed it really well. And I guess I heard in the first 10 seconds it sold out.
So how do you get accepted to that? You were in the first 10 seconds to do it, or they?
No, I mean, obviously, like either got to get in, or you got to bring something to the sponsors or social media stuff like that. And there's a lot of controversy on that because the guys with no social media are like, oh, these guys all get into the races. They don't have like the same rules as us, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, we all worked for this shit. We worked here. We created a brand, a self brand. And unfortunately and fortunately, you got to market yourself if you want to do well. You know,
so out of 300 people, how many people finish? Like how many people finish in that,
I think I don't want to stand correct on this, but like when I last checked all the like did not finishes before the race was even over, there was like 160 out of 300. So I don't know if 130 of us finished or 120, but like less than half.
And who are like, what are the top, like how do you know that someone's in the top? Is it like their time?
Everyone has, it's overall time. So we all start at the same times. However you get to that finish.
So who got number one in that one?
This guy, Dan Green, he finished in like, I think 58 hours, just insanely fast. I mean, we have no idea how this is even possible, but there's always that anomaly in the race.
50 something hours?
58 hours. I mean, I finished I think in 89.
Holy shit. Guy's just a fucking machine.
Yeah. I mean, granted, like he had
to cheat.
No.
He's taking steroids.
He was just, you look at him, he's
on gear.
Normal looking cat. Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, so 50 hours, so
50,
break that
58
down.
hours, yeah.
How fast is that? How many miles?
I don't know.
You averaged it.
Yeah, I would need to like look at all.
Let's do the math on that. I want to, so 58 hours.
So you're implementing sleep, poop, eating, all this stuff, and he still finished it in 58 or 59 hours, something like that. So it's not, I think someone did the math on it. Some guy made like a whole reel on it, and he said like his average was like, hypothetically speaking, was like 8 something per mile, which is like actually but bonkers. But like I think he was like kind of leveling it out if basically there was no climbing and this. I don't know.
How do we know he didn't just go like he just hit?
Because it's all tracked on the GPS.
Oh,
GPS.
So he can't just hit like
no. Like if you start cheating turns, they'll know, because at the end they can like, and especially if you win, they start looking into all these things, you know?
Yeah.
So like,
holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, I had a terrible race. So like, either have a good race. There's dudes that like were supposed to get first place and made it to 13 miles left of the race, and they got like rhabdo, or you know, they don't finish.
Cam did that race, right?
Cam did it. Yeah, he was a couple hours ahead of me. We got some.
What was his number?
I think like 85, 84, 84, 85. I heard he was running on a broken foot.
Yeah,
he's running a broken foot. I was running on like,
he's like 60 or something.
57, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, my knees I got injured 4 weeks before that. I wasn't supposed to race. Everyone was talking shit to me. You're not going to finish. Don't do it. Your knees are cooked. You had to drop out of the last race. And I was like, fuck these cats.
Yeah, but who was talking shit? Like
people online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, dude, majority of people are being positive, but you always catch those.
Yeah.
You can see 5,000 positive messages, but you catch those 3, and them motherfuckers are like, all right, I'm running this race for these guys right here.
Yeah, they stick to you.
Fucking.
Why is it like that?
No name username in my head. Fuck you. Hope you fail. Yeah, he's in my head. This one's for him. Your knees are done. You got to quit running. You know, this one's for him.
How long do you think you'll run for?
Till the wheels fall off. You know, I don't know what I'll be doing, man. Like everyone's like, oh, what do you think you can do in 5 years? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'll figure it out when the time comes. I don't know when I'm going to die. I don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just going to do what I'm enjoying right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just in life in general, that's seems to be the trick, right? Is what you're doing. Are you actually enjoying it? Are you actually enjoying it?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying this more than your previous life?
Oh yeah, dude. I was miserable, man. You know, you look at it on the outside, like, oh, this guy hasn't made the girls, celebrities,
you
this,
always
that.
have bitches with you.
Yeah, and
sorry, women.
It's all good.
You always have women with you.
Yeah, man. I was definitely depressed on the inside, and you know, the people that knew me knew. You know, if I stayed up with you and we got fucked up and we talked, like, you knew, like I was never. My parents raised me really well. They've been married. They stayed married. And like, I think like I really took after my dad in a sense. And I think I kind of put myself in this industry that I wasn't supposed to be in. Like that was definitely not me living my truth. And then my dad was a runner, you know, and I never thought I'd run. He never thought I'd run. And then I got into running. He was so stoked on it, dude.
That's crazy.
All he did is run marathons. I never in the world used to talk shit to me when I was a kid.
Oh, so you're a cheater. This is in your blood. It's not even cool
All
anymore.
of a sudden.
Yeah, it's not even, that's in your blood.
But my dad wasn't a runner his whole life either. He got into it like, I think in his like closer to my age as well too.
Okay.
Yeah, he just did marathons though. He was doing anything near what I'm doing.
Yeah, fuck that guy, right?
Who?
Your dad?
No way. No way. I love my
You're
dad.
like, he can't do shit I can do.
No, he is still. He actually passed like a couple months ago and
shit, he
did.
did.
Yeah. It's all good, brother. Yeah, I never talked to you about that, but yeah, this is like a lot of the reason why I run now is because of him. I feel like I got to carry on that legacy, you know.
Oh, so he's seen you complete runs then before.
He saw my book. He saw everything, bro. I would have felt like a complete fucking loser if like he passed when I was still in nightlife and doing drugs and partying and like he got to see my whole turnaround. He got to read my book. He got to see pretty much all my 200s until like, you know, a couple months ago. He just passed, you know, in March. So it's like he got to see it all. And he like his memory was going bad, everything. And like it's like he would just second I'd come in the house, he'd be like, "Did you run today?" You know, and that was it. Like he didn't remember anything.
How did he pass?
He had a condition called superficial cirrhosis that was like slowly killing him, and like that didn't actually kill him. In this time, he got multiple myeloma cancer, and it killed him. Yeah, and nobody had any idea he had cancer, and he lived like I think like 7-8 months after they said he was going to pass. So it's life, man.
Yeah, I lost my dad when I was very young.
Yeah,
when I was 6.
Tough.
Yes, it makes you go like, oh shit. And it's weird for me now because in 2 years will be when my dad at my age took his life because I'm 30, I'm 36.
Wow, yeah.
When he's 38. So it's a very weird time in my life where I'm like, this is like strange. Like your perception of everything is so obviously.
Different. You were young though.
Yeah. Very young, but now being older and then looking back on it and being like, damn, I'm not saying I don't get it. Like I don't understand. Like I'm not saying it's a good thing or a validating he took his life, but as I've lived more of my life, I'm like, oh, I see like how complicated and how difficult and how like hard this can be for some people.
Yeah, it's you know what it's like to get to low points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. I feel like if life goes the way it's supposed to, we all have to go through this. It sucks. You know, we all have to lose our parents, and I think it's better they go before we go, obviously. And like it's just a tough thing to deal with. But yeah, it's life, man. And I feel like now like my run is for him, you know. And most of these races I carry, I made this like keychain of him and I hook it onto my bag. Yeah. And there's a picture of him running on the keychain. And I just I remember like I wanted to quit like 30 times during like that last race because we got hit with this storm, snowed and hailed. I thought I was going to get hypothermia on the mountain at one point. I just kept looking at him. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, we getting this done.
Yeah.
No, we getting this done.
It's beautiful, man.
We're getting this done. Yeah.
And you could flex on him always and be like, you never did what I did.
But
now he's doing it with you.
Yeah, he's done. He's a great dad, man.
Yeah.
I look up to that guy, man. He came over here as an immigrant and made a life for us and our family and didn't have shit, man. Lost his dad early and just fucking real worker, real man, you know?
Yeah. That's rare these days.
Yeah, you don't see that shit, man. Days. But
why do you think it's so rare these days? Like maybe it's just a Western thing, like an American thing. Because I'm assuming like it's probably the motherfuckers in Russia are not talking like this.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I just saw a meme today that said like, you know, like there was like this meme and it said like men used to go to war and like fight battles and that, and then it's like another guy with like colored hair everywhere and being like, yo, you mispronounced my pronouns, you know? It's like it's just like men today, you know? And it's just
what the fuck?
Yeah, man, there's just a lot of weak motherfuckers out there and I don't feel sorry for them anymore, man. It's just a choice, dude.
Yeah. Absolutely a fucking choice.
Yeah. I've been through a lot of shit, man. I've been through a lot of mud. I'm sure you have too, man. Yeah. And I think everyone likes to see the guy on top just get crumbled to the bottom and just like lose everything and come back, man. People like that comeback story.
Yeah. It's weird how that's it's a thing. People are so enamored by that because it's like you think you'd want people to support you while you do well.
Yeah.
It's like most people try to like, they do support you, but a lot of them are like, maybe it's because where they're at in their life.
I think people respect like the resilience, like when they can see someone like on top that hasn't gone through some shit, then just get hit with something nasty get ripped apart and then see them come back and be like, damn, that dude's dope. Like he fucking got through all this shit and came back and still made something out of himself.
Yeah. Is there anything you would do differently? Do you regret anything?
No. I think like everything happens for a reason. I think like if I like I said, if I didn't go through like that whole situation, I'd still be in the nightlife scene. I might have been dead by now. All the fucking fentanyl and these drugs and shit. Like,
yeah,
you know, I was partying pretty hard. So, yeah, man, it feels good to be out of that shit. Like I said, I feel like I'm 5 years ahead of everybody now, and like I feel like this health kick is like so big right now, and it's just dope. It feels good. It feels good, like feeling like you just have real purpose and real meaning, like you're actually helping people in a positive manner. Like me hosting somebody at a club and getting them in, and here's some free drinks. Like so whack. Like
yeah,
who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
there's just no meaning to it. It's just like it's just so whack, and it's crazy because everybody we know was consumed in it. Whether they were working in it or going out, everybody went out. It was like a thing.
Yeah, because it was like the sort of victory lap before social media. That's what it felt like.
It really was, man. It
because social media now it's the victory lap. I could post whatever was accomplishment, whether it be like some car or some achievement or something that makes me look good. Clubs back then was like, if you had a table and you had the girls, that was like your outward representation of like, look at me. Because I'm telling you, bro, this was like before social was like, everyone had it, everyone was on it. Just a different time, completely different.
Yeah.
But now social media is doing that in a whole different way. That's like there's this weird double-edged sword to it where it's like, is it really a good thing? I believe it is, but in a lot of ways it can be like a really detrimental thing because that same concept that we spoke about seconds ago of wanting to see someone fall. I think people who use social media who like maybe have aspirations of greater things or more things in their life, they get so stuck on what other people are doing and like almost like the idea of like where they're at is not where they want to be. So they'll look around at people where they want to be. And instead of thinking about like, what can I do to get there? They're thinking like, kind of like what we were saying. They're thinking like, oh, I kind of want to see this person fall. And all that energy they're using towards that is not going towards where they actually want to go.
Yeah.
It's just this weird social media. Like, I don't even know what to call it, but there's definitely that cycle that people get stuck in. And I think it holds a lot of people back.
Yeah. I also think there's like the other part of it, like we were talking about earlier at lunch today, how like, you know, just like the same attention I was seeking like in nightlife is now it comes onto social media as well too. Wanting your posts to do good, wanting the likes to come in, and then you get consumed by it. And like we were talking about before, like I don't want to post every single day on my page. Like I'll post stories of it. It's very quick and easy. I'm not like, it's only I can see the engagement on that. I'm not like caring about all this other stuff. So like you start posting every single day and you actually care about how your stuff is doing, that shit'll consume you, man.
Yeah, I know it consumed me. We were talking about it consumed me for fucking legitimately 8 years straight. I think I was like forcing myself to post every single day. And a lot of my real life for friendships, relationships, just completely to the wayside and got fucked. But yeah, I was achieving these goals that I had or these numbers that I wanted to succeed at. But then you get to a point, you know, I'm older now and I'm like, it did really matter, but it matters now in a way different way. It's like almost like my perception of it is just like, did I fuck up? Did I waste time that could have been used in other ways? I struggle with that a lot personally.
I feel like you got to go through those things through trial and error to really understand. Like, I think if you never went through that, you'd still probably be thinking like, oh, maybe I should be posting every single day. And like, maybe I'd be better at what I was doing if I was still posting every single day. So like I said to you, like, even when I was in nightlife, like nightlife came before my family, my relationships, and I lost a lot of good shit because of it, but I was like the best at it. It's like I said, you got to obsess over whatever it is that you do to become the best at it. But we were both obsessing over the wrong things.
Yeah.
In a sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was a good thing. Obviously, I don't think I would be where I'm at today if I wasn't obsessing over that. But yeah, it definitely affected like other aspects of my life, like relationship building and friendship. And those are the things that like, I find myself now being like, okay, that's the shit that actually really matters. And I even to this day, I struggle with it. Like, I don't have a ton of like friends, quote unquote. You know, I have a lot of people that I know, a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people that I work with or engage with or interact with like on a day to day. But like the friendship thing, and maybe just in general, having like real close core friends is just, you're just never going to have that many of them. Maybe that's just the thing in general.
I don't know. I think in your position, or at least most of the guys I knew that had big followings or had some sort of celebrity touch to them, like they had trouble becoming friends with dudes. They didn't know who was using them. They didn't know who they wanted to open up to. And they were always closed off. And like, I remember having a conversation with someone big that we both knew. And he would always be like, always had girls around. Girls. And I'm just like, dude, you need some guy friends, bro. And he's like, nah, like I'm not trying to fuck with these dudes. And then like, he made like 2 guy friends and he was just like, bro, this is the best shit ever. I don't care about these girls. And I'm just like, dude, you need some boys in your life. Like you got, like you need it. It needs to be there. You got to have some friendships there. You do. You got me, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
How has this been for you? I guess because like after the whole cancel shit and like, you know, that sort of perception of you, I wonder if you struggled with creating relationships with females. Because, like, you know, in relationship to that story, it was like, oh, this guy's a bad guy, even though it wasn't, that wasn't the truth. It was just like,
you know, with like that situation, it was like, you know, some girls were quick to peel off, right? It was the same people that were either shitty people in the industry that just like were just quick to peel off on anybody or talk shit about anybody. And then there was like a lot of girls that read my book that looked into the situation. They're like, all right, what do you guys want to do? Be mad at this guy because of his fucking language? Like he didn't do anything wrong, you know? So like, it's definitely like, you know, it's part of my story now. I think like throughout the years, every time I would be going to date a girl, I'd have to explain the story. Here's my book, you know? They would read it. They loved it. Like, you know, last girl, I remember some girl I was dating last year. She was like, man, I wish I had a book on every guy I was going to date. Like, this is great. Like, I know everything about you now, you know? Then some girls were like, I don't want to read your book. I want to get to know you in person, you know? Like, it was just like that. But I don't think I personally didn't go through a thing where like someone's like, yeah, I'm not like, I just noticed somebody disappear or not fuck with me. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe it was because of this or that. And if it was like somebody I just met randomly and didn't really know that well. And it was just like, I never really talked to them again. Yeah. But yeah, you know, like a piece of me was like, yeah, this is bullshit that I even have to deal with this, but it's part of the story now. And like I said, I don't think me and you would be sitting right here if I wasn't running 250-mile races. So like, yeah, you know, I don't think the club stuff would have been appealing to you to want to put somebody on your show about club stuff. So, you know, everything happens for a reason, man. And, is what it is, man. Life goes on. Yeah.
How do you know what helps you feel like you're doing the right thing in whatever you're doing, like whatever you're working on now? Because back then you said moments ago, or maybe 10 minutes ago, you were kind of like, you were pretty miserable, but you were successful. You had girls, you got the money, you had those things, but you weren't doing the right thing for you.
Yeah. I don't think I understood that at that time though. I thought like, me chasing the next car and the next model or like whatever next club we were going to open up, like that's what I thought like success was. And then you come to a realization that I think once I finally sobered up, where I was like, yo, none of this shit matters. None of this shit matters. And then I would start traveling. And then I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about what's going on in LA. It's just like this small bubble of maybe like 1,000 people max. And they're only the ones in that bubble that care about what's going on. Nobody in the outside world, like, it's being, I wonder where those guys are at tonight. I wonder what party they're going to. Like, nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody gives a shit. And now, like, dude, I think like being on social media and just getting like so many messages a day, people from reading the book to the things I post and just being like, yo, you changed my life. I ran a marathon because of you. I got sober because of you. I'm reading your book for the 6th time. Like, you know, those are the things where I'm like, all right, I'm on the right fucking path.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude texted me today, this guy. I didn't realize it's been this long. This guy was going to take his life.
No way. Yeah. You have the DM right now, huh?
Well, I've kept contact with him over the years because there was at one point where he was like, I told this story before, but he was like tweeting me. Yeah. And some people were like, yo, you should respond to this guy. He's gonna like off himself. And I responded to him and he was kind of like mean to me, but then I ended up talking to him later and then he came to visit me in person.
At the gym?
At the gym. Like, like maybe a year.
You told him to come pull up?
Yeah. It's because at one point he was kind of just like, yo, you don't know my life. Your life's perfect. Because he just sees what he sees.
Just angry.
And and I was messaging him back and I was like, yo, my life's not what you think. You just see it because you see it now. Correct. And so I've had this conversation with him and he'll send me every once in a while, like, you know, he had a daughter and he was like legit he told me he had a bunch of pills. He was gonna do it. And he now is like, he just texted me this.
Got his shit together now. Watch, I know it. Yeah,
bro, and it's crazy to see this because.
And aren't you glad you responded to this dude?
Yeah, I mean, so the power of social media, like this is like the real benefit, like the thing that's so cool about it. I'll show you. And this
Awesome.
is, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
realized
yeah.
from 6 years ago. He said, "Hope you're well, man. Thanks for saving my life. Today is Memorial Day, and we honor those who died in the field." He was a military guy. He was in the military.
Awesome.
Always, he said, "There's always a bigger war being raged on the mental. Thanks for your kindness 6 years ago."
And he looks
man.
happy as hell in there.
Well, this is the picture we took 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
And so he'll
Oh,
text.
wow. Have you seen him in 6 years or no? Has he came by the gym
I don't
again?
think I've seen him, but like he'll send
write
me,
you, yeah.
yeah, he'll write me stuff. He'll send me stuff like him and his daughter and stuff like this. And
now he has a family.
yeah, it's so crazy. So like, yeah, I mean, the thing about social media that's so great, there's obviously that double-edged sword to it where like, you know, you can have the haters or the nonsense or the bullshit, but you also like, this is a real life person that I got that text this morning. I like fucking choked up because I'm like, man, I didn't even realize it's been 6 years since
This whole situation.
yeah. And I've had tons of other kind of little messages here or there. This is the one that like I actually kind of engaged with the guy
Correct.
over time. It's just weird, man. It is like what actually matters. Those are the things that actually matter. And the cool thing about social media is that to have the platform and be able to do that is like, it's just a blessing.
Yeah.
Like what is all this worth? Like if I have more shit or more stuff, because that's the other side of social media that's very just like, you know, promoting, make money. And yeah, you got to make money. You want to pay bills. You want to provide, you want to survive. But man, like it also highlights maybe because of the messages I get, like how much people are actually struggling.
Yeah, I think me and you struggle. I mean, I think I struggle more days than I feel good. Like there's like 1 or 2 days out of the week where I'm like, hell yeah, I feel good on this run today. And majority of the days I wake up and I'm like, I'm human like everyone else. I feel like shit. I don't want to work out. I don't want to grind. I just want to sit here and kind of just be miserable. But I get up and I would say 80% of the battle is getting out that fucking door. When you're out that door and you start, the hard work's been done, you know, and that's it. And like, it's very easy to just look at someone's Instagram page and be like, damn, this guy's living good. And they got no fucking idea. Because all of us are putting up the fucking highlight reel every time, you know? I show my struggles on my runs when I'm racing the full thing or whatever like that. But my post when I go up is me finishing and me doing this. I put up times where I didn't finish one race, and you know what? People resonated that with way more than when I finished.
Yeah.
They were happy I shared that I didn't fucking finish and that I do struggle and that I am human just like them. So majority of people, regardless if it's running or not, are not winning. Now, it's a very small percentage of people winning, you know? So when you're putting up and showing your losses and showing how miserable you are, people fuck with that because they can resonate with it. Because majority of people are waking up and they're confused on what they want to do with their life, don't know what they want to do. Some of the most successful people we know that are making tons of money, they don't want to be doing what they're doing, you know? So sharing the L's is, I think, even better than sharing the W's majority of the time.
So how do you think you find, and I mean, I think the answer to this is just wavering. I think it's just just keeps changing, but how do you find what really makes you happy?
I don't know, man. I think I just get up every day and I create a routine. I just stick to that routine, whether like I'm in a good mood or a bad mood. And like, if something comes up that really gets into my head, I just go stick to the routine. All right, get your run in, run 10 to 20 miles a day, go to the gym. And if you're miserable today, you're probably going to wake up feeling better tomorrow. If you wake up feeling like shit again tomorrow, well, there's going to be a light. Maybe I wake up feeling like shit 4 days in a row, but eventually I wake up feeling good. And then it's just a whole roller coaster up and down. And you just got to accept that. You know what it is. I mean, we all experience that. Anybody can relate to that. So, and you just got like the shitty part is like, I'm good at that. And I know a lot of people aren't. They're always just like, yo, like I'm going through this breakup. My girl left me. I'm losing my marriage. I have to find a new job. And I'm like, just fucking keep pushing forward.
Keep going.
You have to. There's nothing else you can do. What are you going to just sit around?
Yeah.
Like you just can't. And like, dude, if I could come back from the shit that I went through, like I went through fucking hell. Anybody can come back from whatever the fuck they're going through. Most cases. I'll say that. You know, and like I went through fucking mud. You know, and like just can't give up on yourself. Gotta keep.
What is it? So what is it? What does that take? Like what for you specifically? Were you like, why do you think you didn't quit?
I just don't have quit in my blood. I knew I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm like, I'm not going out like this. There's no fucking way. Cause like, you know, majority, I remember like other club owners had written me like the day I came back on social media and they're like, dude, respect. Like we would have been in a fucking shell. Like we wouldn't have even popped back out. And I'm like, why would I not pop back out? I didn't fucking do any of this. you know, like, and I was like, I'm not going out like this. So that day that I came back on the social media, bro, I had zero fucking idea. Like 99% of the public was going to go back on my side. Cause you know, like when you're going through something like that, you're just I was just kind of reading the negative. And then eventually you're just like, I don't want to read any of this anymore. And then I didn't see, like, I hadn't even opened up my DMs. There was like, there's still till today, DMs I never got to. There's thousands of them, of people supporting me. And then when I came back on and the DMs started popping back up, I'd start seeing all the old dates. Even till today, like someone will write me that hasn't written me since December of 2020 when I came back onto Instagram when I had kind of like took off for 8 months. And I'm like, damn, this person was like mad supporting me. I had just no ideas. I didn't see any of this stuff. A lot of, dude, I don't know, man. I just don't fucking quit, bro. Yeah. Like, it's just like,
how do you think someone who, cause there's a lot of people who they want to not quit, but they can't find that. They can't find the ability to not quit. They just, like, a lot of people do stuff and they quit. And they do stuff, they do something else and they quit. Like, how do you force, like,
you gotta really want it, man. You gotta just want it. Like, you gotta want it. Like, if you don't want it bad enough, you're gonna quit. You want it bad enough, you're just gonna keep going. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail.
So then the question is, how do you think you would, you know, you specifically, but also people watching, how do you find what you want bad enough? Because that's the weird thing. Like I say, I keep talking about with social media is like you get all these versions and all these different like life sort of styles or things that you could look at that you could do, and you get pulled here, pulled there.
Yeah. I think for me, like I did, you know, in my past, everything I thought like a child kid's Hollywood dream would be. And I realized there was no winning in that. It was just all this constant chase. And then I think the second I had came back on the social media and, you know, I posted that I was going to release a book and that I was sober almost 8 months or something like that. And the feedback from it was just fucking phenomenal. It was the better feedback than I ever had being in the nightclub. And then that was it for me right there. I was like, yo, I'm never going back. I'm never drinking or doing drugs again. And I'm just going to fucking run and I'm going to get this book out and I'm going to get the truth out of this fucking story and I'm going to get my life back. And that was it. And I wasn't stopping until it was done.
But what about the people who don't get the positive feedback, who don't see any good feedback, who don't have a social media following, who are like,
they got to do it for them. You know, I did that. I mean, like I said, I grinded for 8 months. Nobody knew what I was doing. I didn't even know I was going to get positive feedback. Is it a driver for me now? Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Like I know when I'm changing people's lives and I'm getting messages like the ones you showed me, and people are telling me that they fucking didn't take their lives because of my book, or they got out of drinking because of my book, or, you know, because of my running, they're now running marathons and they lost 100 pounds. Like, you know, that type of shit. I'm just like, fuck, man. And I always repost, I'll always hide the person and I'll post a message in my story and put, this is the type of shit that keeps me pushing. You guys are fucking rad. Yeah. You know, because it helps on day, like, especially like on a day I get up and I'm like, I don't want to run. Then I open up this DM. They're like, I'm running today because of you. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go fucking run now. Yeah. This motherfucker's waiting for my story to come up. Yeah. You know, and I'm not bullshit. I'm not like posting up my fucking run and like, all right, I'm just going to lay in bed. You know, I'm like,
I feel like a lot of motherfuckers use social media like that, though.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, nah, I got to go grind. And like, if I need a day off the run, like if I'm like really fucking, like today, I didn't run today. Like, you know, I was beat up from this almost 20-mile fucking gnarly mountain we went on yesterday. And it beat me up so bad. I woke up and I'm like, I'm just going to go hit the gym. I'm going to go hit recovery. Like, I'm going to go do something. I don't have a day off. Like, I'm still hitting the gym. I'm hitting weights. I'm hitting strength training. There's days I do take off the run. I didn't used to take off the run at all, but like, you know, my body's beat up a lot of the time.
I think the key is doing something.
Something. You got to move.
Even if it's a little bit every day. No
Yoga, whatever it is. Whatever it is, tell people like find something that you semi-enjoy to do. I don't enjoy, like, it sounds crazy enough, but like, I don't want to run every day. Like, people think I love running because I run so much, but like, it's what I find out of the run itself when I'm out there. I either get on like a high or I start thinking about work stuff while I'm out there. And I'll be out there the first mile, I'm like, like if I set up a 10-mile day, the whole time up until like 5 miles, I'm like, I'm just going to hit 3 mile out and back. Then I get to 3, I'm like, let me do another one. Then I'm out there and I'm like, I can do way more than 10. So it's like about just getting moving, you know? And it's just like fighting with my mind the entire time I'm out there. Cause majority of the time, if I take a day off running though, I want to run the next day. Like now, like I'm going to like fiend to run tomorrow. But once I start doing it every day, then you're just like, damn, I don't feel like going out there today. This shit sucks. Whole thing sucks.
Yeah. So how do you find a balance in it then?
Dude, I'm extreme as hell. You don't want to ask me for balance.
Yeah.
I mean, look how hard I went Nightlife. Yeah. Look how hard, like you tell me the normal person is going to run a half marathon, and I'm looking for than that, like, last 300-mile race, 250-mile. I'm looking for the longest races,
But I feel like that's how you find success in any sort of niche or
obsess.
anything. You have to.
God, may the most obsessed win.
Yeah. I mean, that's the truth, man. I feel like to get to anything at any high level, you have to be fucking crazy about it.
You got to. And then
Otherwise,
people are going to tell you, oh, chill out. You're going to hurt yourself. And fuck off. I mean, I'm going to do what I want to do, I mean, like, granted, if it's my mom or somebody, like, okay, I understand. But, like, there's just like, there's always going to be people in your ear telling you not to do this, not to do that. People were telling me not to run that last race. And, like, that was a huge comeback for me. It's the race I was running before. I was planning on podium that race, and I was doing really well in it. I got hurt around 150 miles. I put up a post being like, man, I only made 150 miles. People are like, only 150 miles? Like, that's like my dream is your failure, And, like, I'm not looking at it that way. I'm looking like I failed, And, but like I said, everyone was telling me not to run the next race. Let your body heal. I'm like, I'm gonna put some knee braces on. I'm gonna go try. I'd rather be in the arena than be on the outside spectating. Like,
you ever do any mushrooms and run?
Nah, I mean, not. I've been sober.
Yeah.
If we were back in 2019,
little
I'd probably getting
microdose?
fried out there and trying to see what's happening.
Because like the coke could have pushed you through it.
Oh, I'd probably have a heart attack out there.
I feel like maybe
first few miles, maybe like the last 5 to the last.
Bro, in a weird way, I think maybe you were training for this. Like,
dude,
bend.
all the benders I used to do.
Dude, the coke. I'm telling you, it's like you were training your heart.
I know. I would say. I mean, it's true though. I always tell people, they're like, yo, all the benders you went on all the sleepless nights, like, you know what to do.
You've already done it.
Yeah.
It's weird
Except
training.
I just have to run this time, and I got to be sober and not sleep. Well, I wasn't sleeping before because I was forced awake,
Yeah.
So it's a little different, but yeah, dude.
Cool. So we'll talk. I want to talk about some conspiracies because obviously you run a lot.
That's crazy.
The Earth's got to be flat, right? Because
100%.
Because you're running so much, it's like wouldn't you?
Yeah, you like kind of you'd kind of like run around it.
Like, where's the curve at?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to go off the edge,
You actually believe the Earth's flat, though?
I don't think it's round.
So it's a different shape.
It's just not round. I don't know what it is exactly, but I just know it's not a sphere. You got guys like Kyrie Irving and a bunch of these other cats that are on the same vibe. That's why me and him were.
Why do you think?
Me and him were hella cool.
What makes you think that it's not?
Just so much shit that I've watched. It just doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then people were like, what about this? What about gravity? Are you fucking dumb? Blah, blah, blah. And you guys believe what you want. I don't even argue with people anymore. You guys believe what you want. Well, all these conspiracies lately have been coming out to be true.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate it, bro.
But even if they came out and said that the earth was flat, nobody give a fuck. Like, now they're talking about UFOs. Nobody cares.
Bro, there's so much stuff about UFOs.
Nobody cares. They don't care. People rather believe the lie. They love it. It's more entertaining. You know, like, it's just the truth.
Have you seen the stuff about like the lizard people now starting to
that shit's been popping off. That the lizard people been popping off. I don't know about the lizard people, but lizard people have been lit.
Apparently the lizard people are like, they're like saying they're the ones who are like controlling all this. And
they're the ones. That's what, like, they'll like show videos of like people's like eyes like shifting and shit in videos, and like
the reptilians.
Yeah, the reptilians. Yeah. What do you think about the reptilians?
I mean, bro, at this point, I'm just like, I don't know anymore, man. There's too much stuff.
There's too much going on.
And there's too many, like you said, there's too many conspiracies, there's too many things that at one point you're like, nah, that's fucking crazy. And then they're like, oh wait, that was real.
Yep. I've always been a conspiracy guy though. Like, anything they told us, I was like, yeah, this is bullshit. Like, I'm like that with anything,
Me too.
Yeah, we don't want to get into 2020, so we'll just fuck it.
Dude,
it'll be a deep dive.
It was really, for me, after COVID, I was like, nah, man, I'm really not trusting like what the government says.
Correct.
Man. That was the weirdest time for me, man.
All the shit's coming out now, bro. They're exposing a lot of shit, but no one's going to talk about it.
Yeah. It's just like, at some point, it's like, even if it is like, okay. Then
what does it do for us now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I mean, I'm not sitting here posting about it.
Yeah. I think there's this whole, the whole thing is like, the real resistance to all this stuff is like the relationship of God, right? To it all. Meaning like, if that's real, then that means like people think that if that's real, like the reptilian people or whatever, then God's not real. But I think they could all be existing in the same space.
Yeah. It's all belief, right?
Yeah. Are you religious at all?
I believe in some sort of higher power.
Yeah. Because a lot of the flat earther people are way more religious.
No, my family's very religious. I just like, I never really got too heavy into it, but I do believe in a higher power, and I don't knock on any of it. Like, if you whatever religion you believe in, like all power to you. Like, you know, like whatever, like it's all a belief. And I think if you believe in it, that's great. And I think you should stick with it. And I think like, I don't know, that's just kind of how I see it.
Yeah. I guess when I talk about it, it's like, man, there's the randomness of, you know, how like the whole
your dog situation.
I mean, that's for
crazy.
me, God's real.
Yeah.
Bro.
I remember that. We were talking about that.
Because yeah, I mean, that's a whole, I won't talk about that too much on camera, but there was this, the idea of the Big Bang and you know how that's like the science base of like, yeah, this is how the earth started was the Big Bang.
Trust the science, huh?
And yeah, you trust the science, bud. Oh man, trust the science.
Trust the science, man.
Those motherfuckers have me in court. Anyways. But that's too like, I always just go, okay, well then what started the Big Bang though? It's like, why?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, it just randomly happened. It's like it randomly happened and created like all this perfectness. There's no way. That's why that's like the thing that I'm just like, there has to be something else that is driving this forward. Otherwise it's like, because I'm telling you, go to that conversation and that's like the pinnacle of the conversation is like, well, the Big Bang started it, not God. And then you go, okay, well then explain how the Big Bang started. And they're just like, it just happened.
There's no explanation. That's it.
That's why but that's like for me is
and
God.
That's
it's
why
like,
we end this with the earth is flat. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's gotta be. It's gotta be flat.
It's gotta be.
Because I've got to the top
How
of some
do you
buildings.
feel? Yeah.
About the earth?
Yeah. Do you believe it's round? Or do you not? Are you unsure?
Oh man, I'm unsure.
Yeah.
I kind of
don't you think like when we're flying, like, you know, you just kind of
then there'll be like gravity.
Yeah,
you're in the atmosphere. Like, you're not outside of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So like
it's crazy. Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of like I wish there was a way to just like no. I feel like they gotta have AI now, like some quantum computing shit where you can just ask it and it just will tell you the truth.
But I feel like they're controlling some of that shit
right,
too.
You can
so
write
like,
the code. Make sure
make sure it says the earth's flat.
Make sure it's round.
Yeah, you're wrong. Eli's wrong. They're gonna pull that shit up.
Yeah. It's fuck, man. Are there any other conspiracies that you're into?
I don't know. Are they conspiracies or are they just like truth bombs now? It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think like just a lot of shit that they've been feeding us is just all bullshit anyway. It's like all this stuff's coming out and it's just crazy. Like, we'll just say these certain groups of people don't like it.
Which the reptilians, they're finding out about it.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's the reptilians, man.
How crazy that'd be if I just like started like, you know,
your eyes.
trying going like that.
Close like this.
He's on to us.
This motherfucker knows.
He's on
dude.
to us, yeah.
And then they just shadow.
We gotta wipe this guest from out here.
They censor you. Then you're just gone. It's fucking weird, man. That's the one thing about the internet that's like.
Well, now it's gotten so bizarre. Like I remember back in the day, people would just disappear and shit. Now everyone's just fucking saying whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know, now like you couldn't talk before. You talk about anything, and they'll fucking you're missing.
Yeah, because I feel like you could have done that back then because there's less cameras.
Yeah. Now everything's just like everywhere. Like just anyone's saying everything now.
You know the one conspiracy? I don't even know if it's a conspiracy. It's just a fucking truth that really trips me out. That like I'm surprised more people aren't like. I guess because you can't really stop it, but like apparently they can like see everything. Like the government can see everything. They can like see through like your fucking
through the house and shit.
Yeah, because of like Wi-Fi waves and shit like this. You
I don't
heard
know.
of that?
I haven't dug into that one.
Yeah, like
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi waves.
About the lasers with the fires.
Oh, the blue tops.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah. They're
dude.
saying they did it here too. And the Malibu
honestly,
stuff.
well, look, here's the
there
thing.
Was we could just skip. Like, yeah, we could talk about this forever.
You could mark this part here. I've come back to this in like 15 years, but I swear to you, bro, that whole area that got wiped out, the Palisades, is not coming back as homes. It's gonna come back.
No, yeah, it's gonna come back as like,
developed shit.
There was a plan.
Which is that's really sinister, man.
Yeah.
Because that's like it's not even conspiracy. Like the people are like selling their land because you're not even going to be able to build there because of the waste products, all these reasons, permitting, all this stuff.
Oh, they're gonna make it real difficult.
So they're just getting rid of their stuff. They're getting rid of their land, selling their land for pretty much as cheap as they can. Still a lot of money because of the real estate's great there, but they're all selling it to, these big companies, these big corporations. And what's going to end up there is definitely going to be more developed. Because like, where else can you develop, at least in LA, that is like that sort of beautiful right on the coast? Nowhere.
Nowhere else.
Nowhere. I bet you in like 15 years, you're going to start seeing like, and then it's just like, damn, was this on purpose to just create space?
It's fucked.
Yeah. A lot of people's fucking, yeah.
What do you do?
What do you do?
We haven't been doing too many Malibu trips lately.
Yeah.
And you got to wrap around the whole damn.
It's all blocked off. Yeah.
I think they just opened it. I swear I maybe heard this like recently that they just opened they opened it now where you can drive through finally.
I drove over there. Yeah.
Can you drive through with the PCH?
Yeah. There's just a lot of like cops and like military, like, or.
But you can still drive through all of PCH now. Did you go through it? Like, did you come down like Sunset and like PCH, or like were you able to go through that area?
Yeah. I came through like Brentwood, and you're able to drive up through there now.
You were able to go kind of deep. Did you go towards like Nobu?
Yeah.
You were able to go through? Yeah. I think they just did this like a couple days ago, probably right before Memorial Day weekend.
And I was just looking at it. It's like, man, it's crazy. It's just like this
black lots everywhere.
Completely. Yeah.
You can just see the beach.
Dusted. Just the whole thing is gone. And I'm just, like I said, 15 years, you're going to see high rises and whatever like fancy city they're
A lot
creating.
of people left. I mean,
they had to leave.
Yeah. What are they going to do? It's people. I mean, you have money. You're there. You have no house where you can just sit around and wait. Like you're going to go rent a house somewhere else, or maybe go to Orange County and be by the beach. And like,
I mean, I think the super rich people are probably going to keep their property and then get like fucking 20 million to leave when they're like, yo, we need this space to build this fucking.
Correct.
Those ones are going to luck out in 15 years on that.
Yeah.
But everyone else, they just got fucked. Like you're not going to keep paying a mortgage or whatever you were paying to keep that land that you can't even develop on for fucking 5 years. Just going to turn into that. Like it's this whole like city, like a new age city bullshit. It just feels like
AI is going to run all of Malibu, huh?
It's like, and then before the whole thing, it was like all the reservoirs were not kept up. It's like all these excuses as to why it went so crazy, even though you know that there's fires there like pretty often every year. There's going to be the winds every year.
Oh, yeah, the reservoir water was gone.
They just had all the excuses. And they're like, oh, we don't know. And now it's like prime real estate. It's fucked. I see it. I'm just like, bro, this is fuck in real time. This is real.
It's pretty fucked.
Yeah. Conspiracies, man.
What do you think? Do you think we're going to get you to like run a race or what?
Maybe that's a conspiracy too. I don't know, dude.
Well, they're all coming true. So you know which way.
I would love. I have to be able. I've actually made this goal. I need to be able to run 10 miles without stopping. That's my first goal.
I could get you to do that.
That's my first goal because, bro,
we ordered a new pair of shoes for him today, so shit's getting real.
I ordered some new shoes. I'm be honest, man, because I'll run. My shins. I got just so everyone knows my starting point. Obviously, I'm like 260, probably like 270 right now. My shin splints are terrible. I run for like 4 minutes and my fucking feet feel like they're falling. So it's gonna be a mission. It's gonna be a fucking grind. But I think that I know that I can do it. And then I'm gonna outpace you.
Yes.
Give me 5 years. I'm gonna outpace you.
Maybe you can come crew me at like a 200-mile race and give me 100 miles.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
No, I really want to do it though, genuinely, because I just need I was talking to you about this. Like, I just need a change in my life, a change of pace.
Yeah.
I've done the bodybuilding thing for so many years. I mean, shit, since I was fucking 15. I was.
Would think Bradley dedicated. At like 195 full runner? Be
I don't
crazy.
know. I feel like 220.
220 can do.
I don't think I'd ever get under 200.
We can keep you like at 215. And you could still be good. Like you can be good at the like longer races.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'll ever get under 200 pounds.
No, might be too hard.
Way too hard for me.
Yeah.
So what do you think I need? What are the first steps? Like, how do I'm just gonna. To be honest, I ordered those shoes. And what I said was, I'm just going to wake up at least every other morning and just go run a lap around my fucking neighborhood.
Either run in the neighborhood or we do like the treadmill and we just set a certain pace that you want. And you sit on that treadmill without walking until you hit that pace. You're forced to do it. Like you can't, like if you just keep running and not like, you're not like on the street. If you get tired, you kind of slow down. The treadmill's just going to keep going. Okay. So you just like lock in, put your headphones on, play whatever music you want to listen to. And then be like, all right, cool. I'm staying.
But I'm talking like a slow pace, bro.
That's fine. Well, like 10 minutes. 11
for a mile?
Yeah.
I don't even know at this point.
I think like a 10-minute mile is pretty slow on a flat. We could start like at 12. We can make it real slow at the start and we'll just get you to do it. 12 minutes. Like all you got to do is lock in for 12 minutes. Choose 3 songs that are 4 minutes each that you like and don't look down until those songs are over. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's.
I literally would put out like a fucking playlist on that was like 3 hours long if I wanted to run a long time on the treadmill. And I knew all the songs, like by the time I kept running on every time. So I'm like, damn, I'm only on song number 5. All right, I'm on number 10. Okay, so I'm halfway there. And then I get at song number 15. I like peak at the treadmill. And then I'm like, fuck, I knew exactly where I was. Why'd I look down there? You know?
Yeah.
And then I just wait till
so you avoid looking at the time.
Yeah, as you look at the time, you fuck yourself. So even in the races, like, so when we have like you can like put the whole map on your watch, like 256 miles. I do it by aid station. So there's aid stations in the races where like the first aid station, the first 7 miles. So I just clock in. You download all the aid stations, and I'll just put them by aid station. So I'm just like, I just got to get to the next aid station. I got to get to the next aid station. You never look at the whole, And this last race I did it the year before, and I knew it. And I remember like we were like 100 miles in. And I'm like, fuck, we still got to go through Sedona. We got to go through this part. I'm thinking in my head like, fuck, we have so much of this race.
Running
left.
200 miles is like running from here to Vegas.
300 and some, yeah.
You should just run to Vegas.
Yeah, they have this thing called like the Speed Project, and you can run it solo. It's like 300 miles, or then you run with a team of like.
Has anyone ever? Sorry, I interrupted. Has anyone ever ran 500 miles? I feel like this motherfucker's in Kenya and shit.
No, there's people that have done like a whole like trail that's like 2,000 some miles over like whatever time it was, and they have like the fastest known time on it. But sanctioned races, if I'm correct, right now the longest one is 300 miles, which is the one that I attempted to do in April.
So can you Google the most miles
anyone's ran?
Is this got to be like I feel like it's some motherfucker from ancient Greece or some shit, or someone in Kenya or something.
It's gonna be like 3,000.
No. Yeah, no.
Nah, it ain't gonna be like that. It's gonna be
not
like
competition.
Oh, not competition. Yeah.
Just the most miles anyone's ever ran. Why are you saying 350? Why is that? The longest recorded nonstop. Oh,
and he breaks is 350 miles.
Nonstop.
Oh yeah, I know this guy. He's a legend. He's got a few good books.
You mean he never stopped?
I don't.
They said nonstop, 350 miles. That guy's a reptilian.
Without stopping.
He's a reptilian. He has to be.
Yeah, he's a legend.
There's no way you can't stop. That guy didn't.
He did. I read his book. He like was ordering pizza on the run, and the guys would like deliver it in their car.
How did he pee? He's just peeing as he's running.
He must.
Bro, that's insane.
I don't know.
What about shitting?
Hold on. I don't know what the rule is. I don't know if he was like shitting while he ran too. But like I don't know what kind of where the rules were on this.
Bro, I need to talk to this Dean. What's his name?
Karnazes. Yeah, Karnazes. He does it. He was like a legendary ultra runner. I read his book. His book was good. I don't remember the whole thing, but I read it. And yeah,
nonstop 350 miles. Like, yeah, he's definitely shitting while running.
I got to look into that.
How the fuck did he do that? Have you ever tried to shit when you ran?
No, you want to though.
You never just tried?
No, why would I want to shit myself? I go like I go into the force and I just like
well, you got to beat fucking Dean.
Dean.
That sounds like that guy shit while he was running, bro.
I don't know. I read the book. I don't remember it being that, but maybe it's great. Hey, click on show more. Oh no, that's it.
This guy had to shit while he ran.
The world's record for the longest nonstop run. The ready 109 mile.
Oh, he's from Orange County. That explains it. Yeah, we'll cut this dead space.
Oh, this guy's Wood stopped. What's his? 500.
The transcontinental race that was won was 3,500. What, bro? Like,
there's just always someone doing something crazier. That's just what it is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It just doesn't matter.
I feel like there's like indigenous people somewhere who are just they do this on the weekend.
Book called Born to Run, and these cats are lit.
It's like normal.
Yeah, barefoot sandals, like
fuck. We're so fucking weak
and you're
now.
out here struggling to hit a mile.
We're so weak, dude. What the fuck happened?
I mean, I'm in like a top. I'm like for sure one of the toughest guys in the world right now.
Yeah, because like
I'm up there.
It's so cool for me because like I'm good at something completely different, but having this conversation with you is like, dude, I'm an infant. I'm an infant.
You're a strong dude, though. I just saw you in the gym, but we're gonna get you to run. The next time we talk, you're gonna be crushing.
Imagine I get to the place where I'm just like shitting while running. That's how good I am.
Yeah.
And I don't have to stop.
You could be that guy. We can start now. We can shit on your runs on the first 10 miles, you know?
Eat a bunch of food and just... I just want to know if it's possible.
You've seen like there's people that shit themselves all the time in marathons. They don't want to lose time. Like there was a girl recently.
So that is a thing.
Yeah, for sure. They'll shit themselves but that's a marathon. Like, because like they might be like at mile 22 and they have like this crazy pace and they're like, fuck this.
And they got someone on their ass.
Yeah. Or whatever. They're going to hit this crazy personal record or beat the record for female or whatever it is. And they're shitting themselves.
So you've never tried to shit while running?
No. Well, no. On the first half marathon I did, I kind of shit myself. And then I finally made it to like a porta potty. It was like, you know, like turtle head just fucking pushing out, just like trying to scrape it.
You just think like, fuck it, I'm going to rip it.
No, I wanted to go to the bathroom. I couldn't find a porta potty though. And I was ripping this half marathon. I think I ran like a 6:29 or 6:25 per mile, like the first one I ever did.
You just got in there and power shit and kept running.
Power shit. I lost 2 minutes off that race. So like I was pissed about it, but I was thinking back.
You've been like Dean, dude.
I should have been shitting myself. Come on, Dean. Yeah, I need to. I don't know if there's. Maybe he ran 350 miles straight with not fucking stopping at all. I don't know though.
Dude, it says nonstop.
Yeah, I know.
I have to, and it's AI, so it has to be true,
Yeah.
right? Like, who knows, man? That's another thing about the internet is like everything's so fake.
Someone once when they listen to this will either correct us on this.
Yeah,
or,
for sure. I
someone
have
will
to
be like,
know.
he did it. Or Dean might jump in here and be like, yo, guys, I shit myself.
Now I purposely am going to have to shit and run and just shit to see how the mechanics would be. I just want to know.
Oh, you want like what? Like knowing you have to shit?
And then go for a run and then just shit. And then I just want to see.
Like while you're running?
I just want to see what happens.
Like
I'll
you
report
really
back.
feel like a release and you smell like shit.
Yeah.
And you have shit down your leg.
That's what I'm talking about. When
you need a new pair of shoes maybe after. And shorts. Do you think you just pull the back of your shorts down and just kind of like hit like a wobble run?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's what he was doing, a little wobble run.
He had to, bro. I'm so
and
interested.
And then somebody came with like a scooper maybe underneath him.
Oh, like he had a spotter that came.
Yeah, like a spotter that caught it and then just like wiped it with like
with some baby wipes. Yeah, no, I just want to try it now because I want to know what the mechanics are like.
Like I think that's what went down. I think
so?
I think AI would agree.
You think? Yeah. Damn, bro. Dude, okay, I'm gonna run. That's official. It's official now.
You gotta run and shit, not just run.
No, I'm gonna test.
We put it out there, huh?
I'm gonna test this.
This is all a joke. I came to your gym one day. We posted a photo, and I was like, should we just say that like?
No, it's not a joke.
No, but like it was a joke at that time.
It was a joke.
There wasn't even a thought in your head that you were gonna do it. And
now I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna take it to the next level because I'm better than you at running.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of bets going on. You got a soccer bet going.
Well, dude, this kind of adds to the soccer bet.
Yeah.
Like if I could run that much,
I want you to be better than me. That's how much I like you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna help you become better than me.
There we go.
And we're gonna come here, and then I'm gonna be interviewing you. It's gonna be unfiltered raw talk.
And I'm gonna tell you how I shit on a 200-mile run.
And then you beat me because you shit while you ran instead of stopping like a pussy to go shit in the fucking woods.
And you already know peeing, that's easy while you run.
Yeah, there's a lot of wizards. Like we call them the wizards. Like you'll just be running on like the rocks, and you'll just start seeing like all these trails. And I'm like, oh, we had a wizard. This guy didn't want to lose no time.
That's real.
Yeah, it's all every race.
Have you done that?
Nah, I mean, dude, if I was like leading the pack and someone was on my ass,
you do it.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like a complicated thing too. You just kind of like run and just kind of like. I mean, I figured out how to put like lube on while I'm running.
Whoa!
Like,
what the fuck?
Because you got to lube.
Sex while running?
Yeah, you got to lube up.
Wait, what?
Because then you get chafing. So if you don't lube up while you're running, like you start bleeding everywhere. And then,
this makes sense.
Here in your ass and your armpits and your balls.
Oh
so like
no,
I started learning how to like
lube in your butt, bro.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
What
I do, I take.
Oh, yeah. Where are you going?
I get a tub. And I bring sandwich handbag, like the plastic handbag to me, and I grab the lube, and while I'm running, I just jam it all in there.
You're dead serious.
And then I reverse it, and I put it in the trash bag. Yeah, every 20 miles. Otherwise, you have chafing everywhere, and you won't even finish the race.
Holy shit.
You'll have like hamburger meat, just like skin peeling inside your ass and bleeding everywhere if you don't lube. It happens
so this
a lot.
is 100%. Like people are doing this.
Yeah, they have like a thing called like squirrel's nut butter, and it's like literally just for the lube that you use.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get to dive into like the logistics of this shit. There's like so much that you got to pay attention to while you're running, otherwise your race is done.
Well,
like,
what else?
Calories. I try to eat 300 calories per hour. Hydration, sodium. I try to put like.
But you're eating like you got to
bars and stuff. But then when bars, paste, like shit that you have in your gym, beef jerky, sticks, whatever it is. You just get calories down, and then when you get to aid stations, like they'll be cooking. Like one of them had like cinnamon rolls and pancakes and all kinds of shit, bro. I ate so much fucking trash last race. I was jamming Ruffles and pickles and like pancakes and cinnamon like toast and like just all kinds of things.
Bro. It doesn't feel heavy when you're running.
You're starving, bro. Yeah, like I sometimes I won't shit for like till like day 3 after eating all this food. This is the first race I kind of went to the bathroom normal.
Oh, so your body's straight up like
just holding it all in.
It's going through it.
Yeah. So like. I was eating like I'd get in there and I'd eat like 10 pancakes at once, and then I'd be like, yo, like I want like 5 quesadillas, and I'd start jamming on my bag and I'd keep running. Like I'd get there, flip my bag off, have my team refill everything, and then while they're doing that, I'm just jamming the pancakes, and then after like making me 5 quesadillas, and I'll throw in my bag and I'll just start taking off, and then I have them on me.
And you're taking them out of the bag as you're running, like
you just jam them in there, put them like in foil, and I just start jamming them wherever in my bag, and then like while I'm running, I'll just start eating them. You get to a point like in the race where you're just hungry all the time. I think like when we got to like mile 225, I ate so much food that like the next 7 miles I had to like pretty much just power hike it because I was so full. Like they were like, yo, how'd you eat all that? And I'm like, they're like, nobody was eating coming through. I'm like, I don't know, I was starving.
Okay, so how much are you like maintaining your weight through this race, or like
I lost 15 pounds.
So after like 200 miles,
256 was the last race, and I lost 15. I weighed like 195.
Like in those days.
Mm-hmm. In those 89 hours. I didn't think I did. I got on the scale and I was like, holy shit. And I was ripped right when we finished. And sometimes you're not. Sometimes you look heavier because like sometimes the elevation will make you look inflamed.
Yeah.
And like sometimes my face will look heavier. In this race, I was just like, I remember just grabbing my stomach. So I was running and eating. I was like, I got nothing on me right now. This is crazy.
So leading up to the races, then you're trying to like put size on?
I think this is why I'm kind of having a little bit of knee issues right now. Because like in the last couple of months, I put like 15 pounds of muscle on, and it's helped me in the race because you carry about 15 pounds on your back, like at least close to 10 to 15 pounds with all the water and all the food, and you got to keep refilling it. And I felt like there was like nothing on my back. In previous races last year, when I was weighing like 180 and finishing like at 168 or 167, putting that backpack on was like hell every time on my back.
Yeah.
And now, like, you know, these races, you don't need to be super, super fast. You just got to be efficient. You got to get to that aid station and be in and out of there. Refill your waters, get your food, and keep moving. You can't, like, those aid stations, you get like, dude, there's like dudes that are cooking you food and like they got a fire on. It's like 2 a.m. It's like 25 degrees out. Yeah, come sit by the fire. And then they're all talking to you and you're just like, fuck, man, I've been here for an hour. I had the fuck out of here. It's like so easy. So they're cooking marshmallows with graham crackers and like everyone's talking shit. There's people like dying. They're like sitting in the seat, blisters all over their feet. And then
how do you deal with the feet? Because I always see these people's feet.
Did you see me pull my toenail off? A couple yeah, you don't see that.
You tried to show me that, and it's just fucking terrible.
Yeah, you just deal with it.
So you just have fucked up blisters
everywhere, bleeding, fucking broken toenails. Like I thought I broke my toe last week.
You just keep running.
Yeah, I just try not to look at it, and I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah,
you're just running on pain the entire time. So like, it's just another addition to all the pain that you're dealing with. So like, you'll feel it the second, like, you know, like if I take like an hour nap and I put my feet up, I'll feel like refreshed, like I slept like 8 hours. But then I feel all the parts that like I'm like, oh fuck, I think I broke my toe, whatever. My fuck it, I'll just keep running. I'm at this point, bro. Like you're like, I'm finishing this shit. Like I didn't come out here for nothing. Like you have a crew come out there. Imagine you have a family. I got you to leave your family. You come to help me, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm not feeling good. And you're like, nah, fuck that. And one of my boys, he's got 3 kids and a wife, and he's a badass. And I remember I did this race in October. I get to like mile 55, and I was like throwing up everywhere the whole day, and like I couldn't stop throwing up, and I had like nothing in me. I was depleted. I finally got myself to like mile 55. I was like, I'm fucking done. I called him, and he's like, all right, when's the last time you threw up? And I'm like, 6 hours ago. And he's like, okay, quit being a bitch and come to the next aid station. I fucking left my family. I left my wife and my fucking kids. And he's like, you got 100,000 people that are watching right now. You're just going to quit like a fucking loser, huh? Yeah. And I go, yeah, I am. So I hang up and he texts me again. He starts screenshots of my Instagram and shit and like sending me shit. And he's like, you're just going to quit, huh? He's going to let these people know you quit. I said, fuck you. I'll see you in 12 miles. I ran like so fucking fast, and I had a good race after that. It's just like, you need like that one person. You have to have somebody, your team has to tell you like to never quit.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what you tell them. You got to have a good squad with you, you know? Some of these guys, they go with no crew. My buddy Andy, he like the guy you see me running with all the time. I showed you on TikTok.
Yeah, that guy's insane.
He does everything self-supported. So he sets all the stuff up he needs in bags, depending on where he knows he's going to be in the race. So it's all logistics now. Like, okay, when I get to mile 50.
Before he gets there, he sets stuff
everything.
up.
He'll have all these drop bags set up where the drop bags are allowed. Sometimes they don't allow drop bags in stations. So there's drop bags at each station. So let's say there's 28 stations. He knows when he gets to mile 50, okay, probably going to be here around this time. I need to pack my jackets, my beanies, my chargers for my phone.
So he puts them there previously? Someone puts them there previously?
Yeah, well, you just drop them off in one place and they drop them all off at the aid stations. You just label them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then that's it. That's like his crew basically, is his drop bags. And then sometimes like
so you're a pussy compared to him.
I guess a lot of us are then.
Damn.
Yeah.
So is he the only one that does that, or there's other people that do that?
He's one of the few, especially like in these 200-mile races, people have crews. He likes doing it because he knows it's like, it makes it that much tougher. And he's not trying to win the race. And he's the one getting the most engagement on Instagram and shit, because this shit's just real. Instagram and TikTok, people love it.
That's fucking cool though.
You know, you got people talking shit saying he runs it too slow. And then you got people like, it's just fucking kids that don't understand.
Yeah, of course.
They don't understand. Like,
you should try that once.
I could do it. I don't think I need it. I think like if I want to do good in the race though, like it depends. We were going to do this last race together. Like if I didn't get hurt at the one before it, where we were just going to do drop bags and we were going to run it all together and document it. And then I was just like, I knew I didn't want to be out there I knew he'd be out there longer. He's always going to be out there longer. I mean, he beats still a lot of people, but I knew like, you know, I'm younger, I'm faster. And I already knew like if I committed to that, that means I'm going to be out there for a whole nother day.
He's just tougher.
He's tough. I'll give it to him. I call him my trail running husband. So, yeah. Andy, if you're listening, you're a tough motherfucker. And according to Bradley, you're tougher than me. So
that's tough.
He's
bro.
a fire chief as well too.
Damn.
Yeah, he's a tough motherfucker.
He's tough.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Fuck. I can't even.
3 kids, wife, fire chief, and still runs 100-mile weeks for the last 5 years. Hasn't missed a week.
I gotta fucking meet this guy.
Yeah,
Dude. That guy's probably so cool.
I'll get him to come train with us.
That guy's probably so cool.
Yeah, he's rad,
bro. Like that is like I just like people who do hard things. I like people who do things that are difficult. Like it's just like
that's why I try to do hard things every day I get up.
I mean, I feel like that's like the best thing you can do in life.
It's rewarding, man. It's fucking amazing. So now it's your turn to do hard things. This is it. It's on camera now. Like,
and this is a calling too, man. Because I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm like, I'm such a bitch. The fact that I can barely run like a couple miles, if I could prove that I can do it and maintain some size, I got to maintain some size.
That AC went on. It feels good.
Yeah,
it's getting hot. It's starting to sweat a little bit. I mean, you were just getting heated up in here.
Yeah, well, it's because you were talking about your fucking trail husband. That was crazy.
Trail husband.
I was getting excited.
Cocaine aftermath.
Cocaine.
one hit of that. I was fucking sweating balls everywhere. And
shitting and running.
Yeah.
Pissing and running.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I can't even say I sound like a bitch. No, I can't say that.
That you do?
No, I was gonna say I don't know if I could ever do that. Like ultra. I don't.
You could do anything you put your time into.
Yeah, I don't want to say that.
I think you could do. I think it's gonna be dope. You're gonna be this big ass motherfucker with like this backpack that looks big on my back is just gonna look like a miniature kid size lunch pail on your back. And you're just gonna be cruising.
I'm gonna run after this.
Right after we're done?
Yeah, dead serious. I'm gonna run around this damn neighborhood. I'm not kidding.
I like it.
I'm dead serious.
I think like the podcast should continue with like filming you going through on the.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
You might want to get out of here.
Yeah.
No, not filming that. I'm doing it though. I'm doing it. I swear.
We'll call one of your
100%.
We'll call one of your Latino homies.
Yeah,
we'll call one of your Latino homies from the gym to come film this.
No, I'm doing it right after this. The motherfuckers won't get here in time. They're taking a little siesta. It's midday. Yeah.
This is like Cinco de Mayo part 2.
Oh, it's so fun to have so many Latino friends, bro. Oh, they're the best.
You do, man.
Yeah,
Latino community loves you.
I love them.
I swear, when I posted you and I haven't posted you in a long time, I swear they're like, I love that man. He's
so
for the
cool.
Latino community, man.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, yo, what is he talking about here? And then I come into your gym and it's like all Latinos everywhere. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, I understand what he's talking about.
I fuck with them. They
Yeah.
fuck with me.
We fuck with everybody, bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna go run. And I'll report back. And then maybe someday you could be my trail husband.
Wow, you gotta fight that out with Andy, man.
He's
got a problem. I'm already arguing with his wife majority of the time. So it's like, I'm more moody than his wife. He's got to deal with me, man. Gets crazy.
Is he ever out in LA?
He comes out here all the time to run with me.
Oh man, I gotta meet him.
Yeah,
I gotta meet him. I gotta be able to do 5 miles before I meet him though. I feel like he'll.
We could do a day we could do once we get trained. Like we'll do like a slow 10-mile day in the trails where like we hike. And we just like jog the flats.
I'm be honest. I just feel bad. Like I'm down. I'm totally down to go do it. I just feel like
we won't leave you.
But you guys will be like, you can't run slow enough to stay with me.
Yeah, but he runs pretty like slow and consistent. That's why he does good in these like 200-mile races. So like it's just he doesn't care. He just cares to get the miles. He's not really caring about the time. So that's where your head needs to be at when we go run, and you'll be fine. But by then, like you'll be good.
All right, it's official. Changing my whole life, bro.
Yeah,
I just want to stay a little jacked, though.
You see what I'm saying? Like, look, I told you how many lives I changed, and just sitting down with you right now, I'm ready to change your life. This is why I know I'm on the right path.
Yeah, it's real. Saying? And because I've been thinking about this for like 3-4 years.
Like running?
Yeah, just like
wanting to change shit up. Yeah,
changing it up, but also in this regard, like something that's really fucking difficult. That like I am so.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna suck. Running. Every day that I run, it fucking sucks, man. And people think it gets easier because I do it every day. It sucks every fucking morning. And the first few miles,
I need to do it.
The first few miles always suck the most. And that's why I do it. Like I remember we were on this race and we got hit with a storm, and I was like, there wasn't a piece of me that was like, yo, I'm finishing this race. I'm fucking done. Like I'm so pissed that like we couldn't run for a whole day pretty much. The mud was so crazy. We pretty much lost like an entire day of running. Like we had to like slip and slide through mud, and like there was like 15-pound weights on your fucking shoes because the mud was coming all the way over.
Yeah.
It was that bad. And like, I remember just being like, this whole run sucks. And this is just another level of suck that I don't want to do. And then when I got through it, I took a nap and I got back out there. I was like, fuck, man. It's like what Cam had posted the other day. I know you guys been talking on DM. And he said, fraud check complete. I guess it looks like I am as tough as I said I was. Is it
just something like, are you repeating something to yourself? Are you like,
no, not even, dude. Like the whole time I'm like, you have to get to this next checkpoint if you want to quit anyway. Right? Like if you want to quit, like in that middle of the storm, I don't even think a helicopter would have been able to come get me at that point. So it was either I'm going to die on this mountain or I get to get to the bottom.
That's sick.
Yeah. So it was either or. And I remember I was with my buddy Christian. He was pacing me, and he was only 30 years old, but he's a tough dude. And I remember just looking at him like, I'm done. Like I was like, I'm not even talking English. I'm shivering. And he's like trying to zip pants on me and put this jacket on. I'm like, it's not gonna do anything. We're drenched. And he's like, yeah, it's gonna cause warmth. Keep fucking walking. Just fucking keep walking. And he's like, we have to get to the bottom. We still had like 12 miles to go. And it's just like straight puddles of fucking just mud down a huge mountain. Like you're just drenched and you're freezing. And I remember being like, yo, I'm done. When we get to the bottom, I'm fucking done. Like I'm fucking done. He's like, no, just when we get there, it'll be fine. And I'm like, I'm fucking done. I ate food and I just got in the trailer or the RV, and I was like, finally, like I just committed. I was like, oh, I'm gonna sleep for an hour and a half. They woke me up, and I heard the rain. I was like fucking scared of the rain at this point. I was like, it's fucking raining. I'm not going out there. Rain stopped after another hour and a half of sleep, and I was like, all right, let's fucking hammer it again. And that was it. All it took for me was take the nap and then just commit to at least going out. And those guys are on your ass too. That's why you have to have good crew. Like they're like, bro, like just go try at least. Just go out there and get a few miles. If you don't do it, then quit after. Because they know once I get going, I'm just gonna keep going. It's tough, man. It's tough.
You just have to get going. That's the key.
You have to get going. Yeah. And you know, like the more you sit around, the longer you're gonna be out there. So I'm like, the more I take a break, I'm like, fuck, the longer I have to be out here. And then when you know someone's already finished, I'm like, damn, that motherfucker's eating a burrito right now. And he's got his legs kicked up. And he's got an In-N-Out burger in his fucking hand. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck that motherfucker. I want to be that guy right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember the guy that got first place, someone was like updating me, like my guy, because they're all on the phones. He's like, bro, this guy got in the chair and he started laughing with a burrito and just fell asleep. Like he fell asleep like this, the burrito in his hand. He didn't even eat it. He just fell straight asleep while they're recording him, you know? Bro, I finished 58 hours, 59 hours. The guy's just probably so tired.
Holy shit.
You know? And then there's people that like finish like on like the last minute, and it's called like DFL, dead fucking last. And they like make like a whole like all the staff and everyone's there. There's like hundreds of people like making a huddle when they come in, and like it's actually almost as exciting as seeing the first person
that
finish.
Would be me.
Yeah.
And
then like they'll get to the end, and I remember they interviewed this girl at the 300 miler we did. I was watching everything, and she's like, I paid for all these fucking 7 days and I'm getting every penny's worth. And she like walked into the last minute, dude. You know, and it was just dope. And dude, there's like people in their 70s finishing these races.
Oh, bro, I'm a pussy. Fuck
you
this.
Know?
Nah. I gotta.
You gotta do it, dude. I think there was a dude that was 72 that finished that 300 miler.
Holy shit.
You know?
It's crazy because everyone just got fucking excuses. That's what it is.
Yeah. Everyone's got excuses. Like I said, Cam was talking on Rogan, and they launched the podcast while we were out there. And my friend was listening to it. He's like, yo, Cam's running on a broken foot. And Rogan's calling him a fucking dumbass right now. Start of the race. Like, and I'm like, damn, I guess my knee's being fucked up isn't as bad as a broken foot, you know? Yeah. So it's like, you just got to wrap it up or something.
Choice,
I don't know what the fuck he did.
He just ran.
He looked great when I saw him. We were smiling, hugging each other, talking shit, like, you know.
He probably just ran on it.
Yeah, he didn't care. I remember we seen him, and I remember the first time I caught up to him. It was like, we were like mile 10, something like that. And he's like, man, aren't we so fucking lucky to be out here? Motherfuckers at a 9 to 5 right now. We're fucking out here in the middle of the mountains running right now, and like, you know, we're fucking blessed.
It's a crazy way to make money. It's a fucking incredible way.
You know, it's not just the running. It's all marketing. It's your self-brand. It's all that stuff, you know, because I was talking about this with that girl, Sally McRae. I told you she's a dope runner. I was on her podcast like a month and a half ago, maybe a month ago. I can't remember. Somewhere around there. And we're just talking about how like there's people getting first place all the time and don't have like 1,000 followers on Instagram, so they can't make money from it. The brands want to work with people that are marketable. They want a back end story. They want something, you know? So you got to market yourself. You have to. It's just the way that it goes.
Yeah. That's
I would never need to win a race and I could figure it out still. You know, like I would never, but do I want to? Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that's just because you know how to leverage relationships and social media.
A lot of people don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
And that came from my past, what we talked about.
Yeah. It's fucking making sense.
So
bro.
what, are we going to hit the nightclub now or what?
Fuck no.
Well, now that you know that the Earth's flat, we can get there faster. So we don't have to go like around a loop, you know?
We can run there easily.
Yeah, we don't have to go around anything. It's just straight through.
Easy, bro.
It's crazy how they make all these like, they're, you know, when they show the planes or like over like this, it's really just going straight into, you know, it's like, got to show you the maps
All
one
right,
day.
flat earther. All right, we're getting the fuck out of here. That was great, dude. Proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Glad you turned your life around. You
I appreciate you, bro.
You did a great job for real.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, genuinely. I mean that. You're a good dude.
You're a good dude as well.
And
we're here.
Yeah, dude. Tell them wherever they can find you, social media. I guess you're on
just
you don't
Instagram. No, I need to start the YouTube, TikTok. Maybe Bradley will get me to do that. So I'm gonna get him start running.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, that maybe he'll help me with. I know the TikTok would do good.
Like I'm that guy. I'm Dean Kent.
Kazarez of TikTok and YouTube.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I shit well TikTok.
So we'll get Bradley to run marathons, and he's gonna get me on other social platforms. So right now it's Instagram, Eli Wehbe.
Yeah.
My book's called Mask if you want to check that out. And that'll do it.
That's it.
See us in Zoo Culture soon again.
Yeah, see you guys every Tuesday. I love you guys. See you next time.
Peace.